Shalom, Mishpak, Baruch Haba. Hello, fam. Welcome back. Thank you so much for watching with us here at Sarid for our weekly Towrah teaching on the coming of Adonai Yahushua HaMashiach. At this time, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and esteem to Yahuwah Elohim for the great wisdom and understanding He has given us in His Word to share with you. Truly an awesome thing He has done in His written account. To the Kodashim out there, I want to thank you so much for your comments and for your support. If you are joining us here for the first time, all of the videos are loaded with important information that Yahuwah wants His people to know before the coming of Adonai Yahushua HaMashiach. He has left no stone unturned. Now that we are assembled, let's look to the scripture as Moshe speaks great favor upon the ancient people and their descendants for the joyous times to come. So, Timokani, if you're ready, let's Bonaki. Let's begin. Devarim chapter 33. We'll begin the witness in verse 11, followed by the witness over in Yochanan chapter 20. We'll be looking at verses 30 and 31. Berakah his substance, Yahuwah. And truly Yahushua did many other signs in the presence of his taught ones. Berakah his substance, Yahuwah. Moshe asked Yahuwah to do this thing back then. But notice how it is worded for the written account of Yochanan. And truly. So this thing truly happened. Yahushua did many other signs in the presence of his taught ones, the Lamudim. Yahuwah is mentioned in the verse, and his namesake is in the line to survey as a witness. Yahuwah Berakah his substance. H2428 is Chayil, and it means strength, might, efficiency, wealth, and ability. The verb means to be brought forth. This is seen over in Yochanan as the many other signs. This is done in the presence of his taught ones, the Lamudim. They represent Lewiy. As we pick up from last week, this is the overflow of the Berakah that Moshe speaks concerning him. Lewiy means joined to. The taught ones have joined themselves to Yahushua and his teaching. So they followed him as he did many other signs in their presence. This is the substance. And accept the work of his hands, which are not written in this book. How about that? This is mere continuation and pretty self-evident. As you see, this is all together one speaking, and it is beautiful, and it continues. Strike the loins of those who rise against him. But these are written that you may believe that Yahushua is HaMashiach. This is a definite statement of confirmation between two witnesses coming together to confirm this fact. Those who rise against him, kum means to come on the scene and take a stand in a hostile sense and be fixed against him. This can only be done by changing his name. And this is evident because these same works were stolen and given to another person named Yowceph, Isa. And here lately, Jesus. Diabolos is here. G1228 is the devil. Loins are getting ready to get struck here soon. And of those who hate him. The Ben of Yahuwah. That's what Satan hates. The name of Yahuwah. That they rise not again. And that believing you may have life in his name. There it is. All of this is a statement of confirmation that could not be any clearer for those who join themselves to the Nazir Yahushua HaMashiach. This is the Berakah given to Lewiy by Mosheh in the wilderness not long before they crossed over. The Berakah is a spiritual thing, and most importantly, not only spoke to the time of Mosheh, this is far-reaching and transcends the borders of the reality we face here in the visible world. This speaks to supernatural events. And beloved, it is most necessary for us because we, like them, have to cross over as well. Crossing over is a picture of death and the grave. The analogy here is those who do not believe that Yahushua is HaMashiach, according to this written testimony, will not rise again. He won't cross over. But we believing will have life in his name. His name is needed to cross over. Otherwise, hate will be found in you and you will be struck down, struck in the loins, you and your descendants. So understand what you are believing and choose your witness wisely. This we have done, Sarid. So be assured of your everlasting state. Devarim chapter 33, verse 12 will line up with the witness over in Yochanan. We'll be looking at chapter 21, 1 through 3. Of Benyamiyn, he said, the beloved of Yahuwah shall dwell in safety by him. After these things, Yahushua showed himself again to the Lamudim at the Sea of Galilee. What is spoken back then by Moshe is prophesying of the event down in Yochanan. It was transpiring as an act of favor upon the people. So what Yahushua does is viewed as it reads after these things. Fulfillment, if you will. So this is what was done to honor Benyamiyn. Of Benyamiyn, he said, H1144 is Ben of the right hand, Benyamiyn. Benyamiyn is made up of two words. Ben, H1121, this is a male child, a member of a group, people of a nation, a special order or class. All of that is in the definition. The other word is Yamin. H3225 is a feminine noun that means right of direction, right hand, and right side. So over to the right in this same line, Benyamiyn is seen as the beloved of Yahuwah, the baby boy. This is someone dwelling in safety by him. Him, down in Yochanan, is Yahushua. And he is preparing to show himself again to the taught ones at the Sea of Galilee. The beloved is dwelling in safety by him at the Sea of Galilee. This is a beautiful place surrounded by grand mountainous scenery. They call it everything but Galilee these days. The point here is they have now left Jerusalem, left the city, and gone up to the mountains. Today, over in the land, the trip to Galilee is 2.5 to 3 hours by car from Jerusalem. So it is safe to say they are far away from the chaos of the city, dwelling in safety by him at the Sea of Galilee, as Yahushua begins to show himself again to them. But who is the beloved? Who shelters him all the day long. And in this way he showed himself. Who shelters him all the day long? Who? This is Yahushua. Sheltering him. This is the beloved. Yet to be mentioned, the word for shelter, H2653, means to cover, to enclose, to shelter or surround. He was watching them, or he was watching him all the time, or as it reads, all the day long. Still no mention of who the beloved is. All day long is being drawn out even in the written account over in Yochanan. In this way, he showed himself. It's being drawn out. The Berakah given to Benyamiyn by Mosheh was also in this way. This way he showed himself. The word for showed, G5319, paneroo, means to make manifest or visible or known what has been hidden or unknown, to manifest, whether by words or deeds or in any other way. So something else is being revealed, and that is who is the beloved. And he shall dwell between his shoulders. Shimon Petrus, Thomas, called Didymus, which is the twin. The transliteration and the pronunciation are suspect on this word. Probably why most people just call Thomas the twin. Nathanael of Cana and Galilee, the Banim of Zabdi, and 2 others of his taught ones were together. Shimon Petrus said to them, I'm going fishing. And they said to him, we're going with you also. They went out and immediately got into the boat, and that night they caught nothing. So as we survey these lines, and he shall dwell, H7931, shakan means to settle down, to reside or abide. This is seen in what they prepared to do with the beloved. Shimon Petrus, Thomas called the twin, Nathanael of Cana and Galilee, the Banim of Zabdi, and 2 others of his taught ones who were together. Shimon Petrus said to them, I'm going fishing, and they said to him, we're going with you also. They went out and immediately got into the boat. Then there is a footnote here, so let's look at this first. See what these people want. Footnote, NU text, omits immediately. And why they omitted this word is beyond me. They just want to be a nuisance. Don't worry, judgment is here. They went out and got into the boat. That sounds immediate to me. According to the dictionary definition, at once and instantly, without any intervening time or space. They are dwelling there with the intention of abiding there for the night, according to the definition for dwell. They immediately got into the boat. They immediately prepared to go fishing all night, because the word for dwell as a verb is also applied here, used in the same sense of transmission through the idea of lodging. H7901, the verb means to lie down. He shall dwell. This is the Berakah of Benyamiyn. They are lodging together. So they're out there chilling. And he shall dwell between his shoulders. H3802, katep, is the shoulder. This word is used of supports of a laver, an edible seaweed. It is from an unused root meaning to clothe. So this is support. And he shall dwell between his shoulders. So let's find out who is who. His in the verse that Moshe is speaking about is also his down in Yochanan. This is Yahushua. His shoulders or supports are his lamudim, the taught ones. The beloved is the one dwelling between the shoulders or supports. This is Nathanael. G3482, Nathanael is of Hebrew origin. H5417 means given of Elohim. Nathan means to give, put, or set. He is given by Elohim to be put right in the midst of the Lamudim, the taught ones. He is listed in between Thomas and the Benyamiyn of Zabdi. This is the beloved Moshe is referencing to for this survey. He shall dwell between his shoulders. As I have mentioned, the shoulders or the supports are the taught ones. They are his. That is, they were taught by Yahushua. They are his taught ones. And Nathanael is dwelling with them on this fishing excursion. He was Nathanael of Canaan. Canaan, G2580 means place of reeds. It is of Hebrew origin and leads you to the one I have on the Mitzbeach, H7071. Canaan is spelled differently. The reed, it means reed. The root is feminine, which refers to bone derived from the shoulder joint. How about that? That's H7069, the Hebrew word for canal, which refers to bone derived from the shoulder joint. The verb means to get, acquire, or obtain knowledge and wisdom. It is used of Elohim originating, creating, and redeeming his people. So Nathanael is hanging out with the taught ones. Chances are he's going to get saved as well. Clothed, if you will, in Galil, in this place where Yahushua is preparing to show himself. From the top line of survey, he's going to see it too. That's the beloved, the baby boy, Benyamiyn, tucked right in there. Devarim chapter 33, verse 13 will line up with Yochanan chapter 21. We'll be looking at verses 4 and 5. And of Yowceph, he said, Berakah of Yahuwah is his land. But when the morning had come, Yahushua stood on the shore. And of Yowceph, he said, Yowceph means Yahuwah has added. The root is used of future increase. H3254, Yowceph means increase, to do again. They had fished all night and caught nothing. The increase is seen in the future for the written account. Over in Yochanan, it records, but when the morning had now come. Moshe says Berakah of Yahuwah is his land. Yahushua has this Berakah upon him. He represents Yahuwah. Yahushua stood on the shore. This is his land from the line above, the place where Moshe sees him standing for this Berakah. With the precious things of the Shemayim, with the dew, yet the taught ones did not know that it was Yahushua. The Lamudim, they did not know it was Yahushua. With the precious things, as we survey this line, this word means excellence. Precious things, the word means excellence of the Shemayim. H8064, this is the abode of the sky. Place where Yahuwah Elohim dwells is in the definition there. This is a place of excellence, the Shemayim. It is from an unused root, meaning to be lofty. The excellence located here, earthly understanding does not know. Or as it reads in Yochanan, yet the taught ones did not know. The dew comes from there. The word for dew is tal, H2919. It is a night mist from a root that means to cover. This is the same dew that was used in Shemot chapter 16, when the bread-like substance was found on the ground in the wilderness, Bnei Yisrael called the man, what we know as manna. They were told to fill an omer with it, put it in a pot, to be kept before the adut. The future event of that was uncovered when the flaming sword destroyed the soul of the Nazir. The word of Yahuwah revealed that witnessing for itself. The dew, Yochanan records, it was Yahushua. The precious things of the Shemayim with the dew. It was Yahushua. It's right there in the survey line. And the deep lying beneath. Then Yahushua said to them, children, have you any food? And they answered him, no. This is continuation. And the deep lying beneath, H8415, is Tahom. Tahom is deep, deep places, the deep of the sea. This is the Sea of Galilee. It was beneath them. And they were on the boat when Yahushua said to them, children, have you any food? That was a deep question, to which they answered him, no. So they didn't catch anything. Benyamiyn chapter 33:14 will line up with Yochanan chapter 21:6. With the precious fruits of the sun. And he said to them, cast the net on the right side of the boat, and you will find some. As we survey this line with the precious, this word here is excellent, means excellent. The fruits there, tabua, H8393, this is produce or yield. It is figuratively used, meaning to gain wisdom. Precious fruits of the sun. Shemesh is from an unused root, meaning to be brilliant. All of this can be seen in that idea Yahushua has over in Yochanan, when he said to them, cast the net on the right side of the boat and you will find some. Turned out to be a brilliant idea. Genius. With the precious produce of the months. So they cast, and now they were not able to draw it in because of the multitude of fish. With the precious produce. The word for produce there, we know precious is excellent. H1645 is Geresh. Geresh is a thing put forth, yield, produce, something thrust forth. Yochanan records, so they cast, thrust forth the net, with the precious produce of the months. H3391, Berakah is the moon. This is the precious produce of the moon. Yochanan records, and now they were not able to draw it in because of the multitude of fish. So this is increase, came out of nowhere. The moon plays a major role in the best time to fish. For example, fishing is much better during a new moon phase than it is during a waning crescent. Bottom line is, the moon is a determining factor in the best time to be fishing. The great wisdom of Yahushua is likened to this type of favor. This is the favor of Yowceph that Yahuwah has added. Increase. Benyamiyn chapter 31:15 will line up with Yochanan chapter 21. We'll be looking at verses 7 and 8. With the best things of the ancient mountains. Therefore that taught one whom Yahushua loved said to Petrus, "It is Adonai." Now when Shimon Petrus heard that it was Adonai, he put on his outer garment, for he had removed it, and plunged into the sea. They made a movie out of this type of excitement called Forrest Gump. With the best things. Rosh is used here. H7218 is the head of man and animals, the chief of an established order in society, the sum total of the heights, the choicest or best part, the head, the best things of the ancient mountains, the ancient high places. That's what a mountain is. This is the great expectation of spiritual things. Beliefs that have guided the ancient people and gave them great expectation and joy because of the miracles that they witnessed. The word for ancient is Kadim. H6924, it means aforetime, from of old, that which is before. This is pointing to the head, Rosh, the choicest or best part. The best things. This is Yahushua, the one foretold to come from ancient time. This is Adonai down in Yochanan. What is ancient is earthly. They read about it in the scripture. He showed them how the scriptures bore witness of him. They were taught that by him. And this plays out in Yochanan when it records, therefore that taught one whom Yahushua loved said to Petrus, "It is Adonai." This is a statement of great joy. This was one of those miracles. Who else knew all those fish were there on the right side of the boat? They've been there all night and no fish. Here, this guy, they don't even know, comes out of nowhere and leads them to the catch of the year. It had to be Adonai. They understood that when the net was full of fish and they had to reel it in. The root word for ancient comes from a verb, H6923, and it means to meet, to confront, or come to meet. To go before, go in front, and be in front. This part is seen in the action Shimon Petrus takes upon hearing the news of Adonai. Now when Shimon Petrus heard that it was Adonai, he put on his outer garment, for he had removed it, and plunged into the sea. He was excited and glad. He was the first one out front to meet him. Petrus went before everyone else. This type of excited expectation and joy are part of the best things of the ancient mountains. It's excitement here. With the precious things of the everlasting hills. But the other Lamudim came in a little boat, for they were not far from land, but about 200 cubits, dragging the net with fish. The excellent things of the everlasting hills. This is an everlasting high place. This has great spiritual expectation for those coming along later. Olam, the word for everlasting, H5769, means long duration, everlasting, and evermore. Perpetual. It is used of the future and means continuous existence. This is an everlasting high place that is continual. So this is something carrying over of the everlasting hills. And this is seen in what the other taught ones do. They, like Petrus, are excited with joy, believing it was Adonai. But the other taught ones came in a little boat, for they were not far from land, but about 200 cubits, dragging the net with fish. So the joy is everlasting. They come rowing up to the shore as well, not far from the land, everlasting. This is the shore Yahushua is standing on, recorded from the beginning of this video. The symbolism is likened to them coming to Yahushua through belief, believing in him, dragging the net with fish. The account has already said they did not know it was Yahushua. They just believed it was Yahushua because of the miracle. So their joy is magnified. Another excellent thing of the everlasting hills. Belief, joy. One is ancient and earthly. This one is the everlasting state, the symbolism there. Joy, because his joy is everlasting. This is the Berakah on Yowceph. Another beautiful analogy here for the written account. Amen. And Moshe is not finished with the Berakah on Yowceph. So join us next time as we look more into what Yahuwah has added to Yowceph, as we continue with the fulfillment of these things as it pertains to the coming of Adonai Yahushua. Towrah Rabbah, thank you so much for watching with us here at Sarid. If you have not already, go ahead and subscribe, because these things shadow what is soon to come. Shalom. Shalom, Mishpah.